of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, hello.
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 All right, you want to do attendance?
Yep. Townsend.
Here.
Malk.
Present.
Williams, present. Malco.
Here.
Bat.
Present.
Right.
All right. Move on to public comment. Does not appear to have any. We'll move on to consent agenda items. Okay, we've got claims and minutes in there for your review.
Motion to approve consent agenda items A and B.
Is there a second?
Second.
Oops.
Any discussion on those? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, consent agenda items A and B have been approved. Move on to new business. We've got employment items for your recommendations. We've got, we're just looking for approval of consent items A through E.
Motion to approve consent items A through E.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All right, we will move to vote. All those who approve,
Aye.
any opposed? Okay, those have been approved. We've got a policy update.
Yes, so Indiana code states if we do policy updates as a school board, we have to have a first reading and a second reading at two different board meetings. As such, this will be the first reading of PO 7450, which is our property inventory. I do have that linked on there. The update to this policy is only going to regard the monetary amount on the policy. So what I'm asking the board, and we won't have a vote this time around, we'll have for the second hearing, but basically I'm asking for the board to adjust our capital asset threshold from $500 to $5,000. For clarity purposes, we have to update our capital asset threshold by Indiana code every 2 years. So what that looks like is any of our inventory in-house, we actually have to capitalize. That would be putting a barcode on all the items just to make sure we have all of our inventory. We can keep track of all of it. And then it also helps out with insurance purposes for
Wear and
adjustments,
tear.
wear and tear,
Yeah.
all of that. One thing that we have missed the mark on over the last couple of years, we've tried our best, but in terms of our capital asset inventory, we've done that in-house. We've updated our basketball gym, football field, track, baseball, softball. We've got a number of updates that we need to have somebody come in that actually understands the cost of that equipment. So basically, we're going to work with AdTech to come in and do a capital asset inventory. They would go through everything, they barcode it, and then we're in compliance with the law.
Nice.
But the one thing that stood in the way for us to step forward to actually have that contract was our threshold. Most schools in the state of Indiana typically work at a $5,000 threshold. Some also go up to $10,000, but I felt like 5,000 is a reasonable mark, because when we were talking about the contract, they asked about what our policy looked like. I said $500, and he said, no way. I can't go into your district and analyze everything. It would take us months to be able to go through all of that. Typically, schools do $5,000. So it would be my recommendation to change our policy from $500 to $5,000.
So they don't inventory anything that's under 5,000 then? Is that the way I'm
Yes,
understanding that?
yes. So typically when you look at $5,000 purchases, you're thinking like HVAC, air handlers, it could be some technology, but it gets so cumbersome when you go down to $500. And I'm not here to say that something worth $1,000 isn't worth anything, or $4,500 isn't. That's still a big ticket thing. But this is more so, hey, anything over $5,000, one, we've inventoried it. Two, we know how long the life expectancy is of that item.
That would fall into stuff that would be depreciated as well, right? So
Yes.
that you could track and monitor the maintenance and mechanical purposes.
Yes, and so my plan is to have the capital asset inventory taken care of with ad tech, and then I'm working right now with performance services to come in and do a facility study for our district free of charge. So I'm actually in the process of doing that. So both of those reports will give me a good understanding of life expectancy, but also anything else we might need.
At this stage, how would they know if something is worth 5,000 or not in that regards? Let's say you had an HVAC pump on there. We bought it 5 years ago for $10,000. Do they come in and do they analyze that they feel like, hey, this right here, according to some type of data process that they have, this is worth 5,000, or they look at it and say, this is 3, we're going to skip this here?
Yeah, very good question. I actually pulled this up. So typically, what contractors use is RS means. RS means basically is a real-time cost estimate of everything you would ever have to go through. So typically, they would use RS means, or they would use some sort of calculator, maybe proprietary to what their company is, but they'll have that in place. Because the hard thing for a school corporation to do is if we were to look at an item, yeah, we can kind of Google it and say, hey, how much does this cost? But this gives us a real market value.
Different brands, different.
And with
yes,
depreciation.
You need to do an average. Yeah.
And that goes from things that you would never even consider. Flagpole outside, lighting on the football field, just certain items that would, be $5,000. So that's really what we're trying to do. So with that being said, that's the first reading, and then we'll have a second reading next board meeting, and then if we have questions, obviously I'll be more than happy to answer those.
That's good.
All right. Moving on to item C, the ECA risk assessment.
Yep, ECA risk assessment. This is a yearly form defined in Indiana code that has to be submitted by August 29th. So so this is our ECA risk report, and ECA stands for extracurricular accounts, and that would be everything from sporting to drama to every extracurricular account we have. So basically what they do is we run the report to send to the state showing our income, our revenues, expenditures, pretty much everything we have, receipts as well. So that's just a compliance piece from the state.
And this ties into anything from a drama entry to football entry, anything and everything, concessions, the whole 9 yards.
Everything. Yep. So
that's good.
And I know that the board has asked, a couple of board members were asking about ECA reports and things like that. I'm happy to share those with you. We do run those. I typically look at those on a monthly basis just to see where our fund balance is, because that's actual cash in those accounts. So if you guys ever want to know that information, I'd be more than happy to fill you in.
Thank you.
All right. Item D is donations. This says for information, but do we need to vote to approve donations?
Yes. Yeah.
If it's over $500, I think is what the policy.
I think it's all of it now. Is it all of it now, or is there a certain number that?
No, I mean, you could do it as all as presented.
Sure.
You can do all as presented based on what we have here.
But he just asked if
there's
it
an
had to be over $500.
A monetary
to get
amount.
approval.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I'm fine. But
Yeah,
I thought there
but
was a
typically
threshold.
it's any monetary amount. What I've done in the past is always any monetary amount, even if it's $50, to go ahead and approve that. Just for one, it's just good stewardship for those that donated. We can bring them up during board meetings and things like that, and any amount really helps us. So, I don't know the threshold on that, Carrie, but
Oh, that's fine.
I can certainly figure that out for you.
I think I have to abstain. I'm on the list.
Yeah,
so.
you saw that. Thank you.
So anyway, we just need a motion to approve the donations.
I motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And I will abstain.
Should we read those out loud or?
I will do that for you.
Yeah, that's
Superintendent's
great.
comment.
That's a good idea.
Gotcha.
All right, well, we're moving on to superintendent's report.
Okay. Fifth grade overnight trip to Camp Tecumseh is fully funded. That means every one of our students has opportunity to go free of charge. That's a very big deal. So thank you, Amy, for your donation, but also Bethel Church, Kevin and Lisa Eckerty, Mike Dowling, Shirley Thacker, Crabtree Photography, Tracy Davis, Wes-Del Elementary School PTO. And if there's anybody I missed, I apologize. Your donations are truly appreciated, especially when it comes to an elementary age kid. They don't have the control on having the money. So having that in the coffers to be able to send kids to a trip, that's remarkable. We are looking for substitute teachers. Please come out of the woodwork. We need substitute teachers. I just want to put that plug in there, the shameless plug of substitute teachers. You're very highly valued and highly sought after right now. So we would appreciate some more subs. Budget public hearing is September 11th. Budget adoption will be October 9th. And we have homecoming coming up. So very exciting. That's next weekend. So we have a number of things on the slate. We got a parade. We've got a number of things. We will have updates. I apologize, I didn't put that on here on specifically times, but we will push that out from now until next Friday. So please look at our social media feeds. We'll have that out to everybody. And that is it for my update.
All right, thank you. We'll go to board comments. Larry?
I don't have anything to add tonight.
Gary?
As the board, we worked together. We had property taxes that we were paying on one of our facilities for the last 7 years. We went down and had a discussion with the auditor and the treasurer. There was an error. I'd like to give this right here check that I did pick up on behalf of the board as a refund, tax refund. It is for 5 payments. When I was there at the office, I sat there and noticed something there. In Indiana code, it is 3 years, which is 6 payments. So we're missing 1 payment. I got a phone call this morning, said that I am correct on that. We will be getting another check. It will probably take 30 to 45 days. It will be for $4,667 in addition to this right here as well.
So what is that? Probably $29,000.
$29,800, the shy of $30,000. And then once again, I hope that we move forward with our attorney to make an appeal for the rest of the amount to see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it.
All right,
Pass that on over.
Shane, do you have any comments?
No, I don't have anything to input.
Okay, Brittany?
Yeah, just coming up, I know you said homecoming, but the elementary family night, I believe, is September 16th. I can't remember the times off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure they're going to be pushing that out as well. So that's always something good to come out. I believe they usually have like book fair and some bounce houses and things like that for the kids. So just watch social media for the times on that, and that is September 16th.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, lots of extracurricular activities going on, so hopefully everybody's coming out and enjoying and supporting the Warriors. Carrie, thank you for leading the charge on that refund, because
Yes,
that is a huge,
awesome.
huge get, so appreciate it. And that's all I have.
I apologize, and this is kind of out of turn. Our football game for tomorrow night's canceled. That's probably something I need to air out there. The team that we were going to play forfeited the rest of their season.
Oh, they did. I wondered.
Oh,
So
the season.
that's the reason for that.
That was one of the things in the article.
So I just want to let you know, because we were going to have a blood drive as well tomorrow night for some Colts t-shirts and things like that. That is canceled as well. So the blood drive and football game tomorrow evening is canceled.
Well, hate to hear that for them and for our team, but if there's no other comments, we are just looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I motion.
Is there a second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, meeting has come to an end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Very smooth.